A review copy was provided by THQ Nordic. Hello everyone, Adam here from NoobFeed.com, and today I'll be giving a short impressions on SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Now this game has been published by THQ Nordic, who have been buying up older IPs and reviving them for modern audiences to see if they still resonate. And for the most part, this has been extremely popular among gamers, such as reviving Red Faction, The Blob, I believe they're reviving Time Splitters. But this was developed by Purple Lamp Studios, and the game originally came out in 2003 for the PS2, GameCube, Xbox. I believe it was also on PC and Game Boy Advance. And back then, whenever you saw a popular movie or television show get adapted into a video game, it was meant to be a quick cash grab in order to capitalize on fans. However, that's not the case here. I thought that way in 2003, but this game had a huge cult following, and I never really understood that until now. This is my first time experiencing this game, and it's terrific. And it's clear that it was built by passionate SpongeBob fans. It's not just a quick cash grab. They actually put a lot of effort, and they designed a wonderful game. It plays out like a episode of SpongeBob, more like the earlier SpongeBob episodes. I would say season 1 through 5 before it became more modernized. Not really a fan of it, but the older SpongeBob cartoons, and it's well done. The writing, the visuals, the characters, they're all extremely well done. And Purple Lamp Studios has done a terrific job modernizing the title with better visuals. I mean, the animation in this game is absolutely flooring. When you compare it to the original 2003 version, it is jarring at times. I haven't seen a remastering this good since Vicarious Visions did Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. It is outstanding, and they deserve a round of applause. Good job, guys. You really nailed it. So the game looks fantastic, but how does it play, and what is the story here? Well, the story is that Plankton is up to his old tricks. He's trying to take over Bikini Bottom and steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. In doing so, he has built an army of robots. Unfortunately, he forgot to switch on the obey switch, so they've all gone rogue, and now he's in trouble because they've taken over Bikini Bottom, and now he wants that power. Unfortunately, they've taken over the Chum Bucket, so he has no way of getting back into the Chum Bucket. Patrick and SpongeBob also made a wish while this was all happening, wanting robots to take over Bikini Bottom for something to do. It's a very childlike wish that they make, and now they believe that they're the ones responsible for what happened. Plankton being Plankton tricks SpongeBob, and now he is taking on the sea of robots that have taken over Bikini Bottom. Now, the game plays like a modern Super Mario or a Banjo-Kazooie game if they ever come out with a new one that's not like nuts and bolts. You will collect an array of key items in order to progress through the story. The most important key item being golden spatulas, which are required in order to unlock each new area within the hub world. The hub world being a very thought of and well put together collection of SpongeBob's most iconic locations, such as his pineapple, Squidward's home, Patrick's home, Sandy's tree dome, the retirement home, the Krusty Krab. It's an extremely well done hub world, and I give the original developers props for that. As a SpongeBob fan, it was very nice to go into these locations and explore it, even though some of them have been finite. It's even better that they just pepper the entire game with like SpongeBob fan art and iconic images from the show that have been turned into popular memes. But as you traverse through the iconic locations such as Jellyfish Fields, Goo Lagoon, Sand Mountain, it's not a linear stage. It's more like a giant semi-open world. Well, not giant. It's pretty big considering this game came out in 2003, and each area is separated into sections, which is great. You'll travel through these locations, complete mini objectives such as saving specific kids. You know, it's the classic key items, or do this specific task using SpongeBob's array of abilities. If you played any platforming game, you'll understand what to do. It's nothing truly major. You'll take control of SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy, each one having unique abilities that must be used in order to complete certain objectives, and the game is very good at telling you what character is needed. And there's a bus stop where you can switch your characters is conveniently located in these said locations. SpongeBob can sneak and is the only character who can gain new abilities such as a bubble bowl and the ability to shoot a torpedo bubble. Sandy can hover, she uses karate moves, and she can use her lasso in order to attack enemies from afar. And Patrick can use his belly to attack. He can perform much longer jumps, and he can lift heavy objects in order to interact with the environment, such as a freeze fruit in order to freeze lakes, and the ability to use throw fruits, which are watermelon, in order to catapult themselves. Each character plays well, and it's a generic platformer, but again, this is not supposed to be anything truly amazing, but it holds up well. It's nothing truly distinguished, but it is extremely well executed. Controls are strong, and the level design is really well done. I would say the only major issue comes from navigation, especially when you're trying to 100% this game. Since the game doesn't give you a general location for the items you're supposed to locate, such as Patrick's optional socks, or if you're given a specific objective like locating campers or locating paintings, they don't tell you which section of the map where they could be, so you'll have to travel through the entire area if you happen to miss a specific object. Each of the 15 areas are extremely well designed with a lot of layers to them. Yes, sometimes they can introduce puzzle sections that aren't really that great, and it's not until later in the game where they start to encourage you to switch between characters actively. For the most part of the game, you're just using one significant character for a specific section, but during the later half you have to switch actively between SpongeBob and Patrick and Sandy. But during these times it can become a little annoying because you have to constantly go back to a bus stop in order to switch the character, but it's nice that they added variety in order to encourage you switching between the characters. If you're a completionist like myself, you can go into each level through the fast travel system. If you collected a specific spatula's objective, they're separated within missions, you can instantly fast travel to that location and level from anywhere within the world, which is absolutely great. It's also very quick, load times are very short. Each section of the game is locked off by a boss battle, and for the most part, they're extremely easy. In fact, they're so easy I decided to add artificial challenges by not being able to take a hit while in these boss encounters. But they're extremely fun. They may be easy, but they're very fun, and I had a good time taking each of the boss battles on. You'll fight against iconic enemies and also a bunch of unique enemies, so you can see that, again, a lot of passion went into this project, and it probably deserved more credit than it got. Maybe with the Rehydrated HD remaster, and they'll finally get the recognition they deserve. What I found truly shocking, on top of everything else of this being an actually really good game, is the musical score. It's not just a recreation of the original SpongeBob soundtrack. They actually have some original scores here, and they're very well done. I mean, I am really genuinely surprised how much effort went into this game. It is wow. But overall, the game is great. I have very little issue with it. Yes, if you don't like SpongeBob, you're not gonna like this game. That's clear as day, and that's what I like about these types of titles. They go hard onto a specific theme and don't try to be more than they are, like with Simpsons Hit and Run. It was a Simpsons game made for Simpsons fans, and this game is a SpongeBob game made with SpongeBob fans in mind. The gameplay is still very strong and well designed. I enjoyed it, but it's not gonna win any awards. Even back in 2003, it's not that big of a deal, but a lot of effort went into the variety of gameplay mechanics, and I would love to see another game like this built within the SpongeBob universe. Keep the same write-in, provide the same iconic voice actors, and give us more of these locations to explore. Perhaps a hunting episode like in the one where SpongeBob and Patrick go to the moon, or believe they go to the moon, and then start hunting the residents of Bikini Bottom with those net guns. I mean, I would have loved that. That would have been fantastic. Either way, it's a great game, and for someone like myself who passed on the original because assuming it was a cash grab, now I have the chance to experience this cult classic and see why people love it so much. It is a terrific game, and if you're a SpongeBob fan, especially an older SpongeBob fan, I can't recommend this enough. But there is actually more than just a one-to-one recreation of the original campaign. They actually added multiplayer, which is great. I get a little tired of when developers just decide to recreate the game with HD visuals. Not saying that's not difficult, it's an extremely difficult job and requires a lot of effort, and Purple Lamp Studios did a fantastic job. They didn't just try and see it as a quick cash grab like with Konami with Silent Hill, the HD collection, which has been notorious for its troubled development. Either way, there is a multiplayer mode that you can play locally and online. Basically, it's a horde mode where you take on various enemies from the campaign, and you can play as more characters than just SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. You can actually play as Gary, Mr. Krabs, and a villain. I won't say he's the main villain of the main game, and if you didn't play the original game, I won't spoil it for you. But there is also a unique boss fight against another character who is seemingly absent from the main game, but you know, they added here, and yeah, that's a lot of dedication. Again, I'll give Purple Lamp Studios another round of applause. They really nailed this. It's great. So, yeah, I can highly recommend SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. If you're a fan of the show, buy this game. It is a joy to play. And if you like platformers, maybe give it a chance. Maybe they'll release a demo. But yeah, this game is definitely worth your attention. It's not a quick cash grab. Actual effort went into this game, and the developers should be commemorated for that. Anyway, what do you think about SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom? Are you excited for this remastered edition? Are you planning to purchase it after hearing about my impressions, reading my review? But, you know, let your opinion be heard in the comments below. Also, leave a like and consider subscribing. It does help out the channel a lot. Also, check out my main channel, AM Harbinger. I work in connection with NoobFeed. So, for everyone who joined me, thank you so much, and stay awesome. Also, check out the full written review on NoobFeed.com.
Thank you, it all means so much. I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Cry all you want, but not here. We just wax the floors.